Gizmo Eugene, exit strategy. I just want to pop in to say, have a happy, safe, and thankful holiday. Don't do too much. Just stay out of the way and enjoy your family, friends, children, and all of your loved ones. I don't celebrate the holidays. However, I do accept the fact that, people, this is a joyous time where it's just another day that people, family, friends come together and just reminisce and sit down and have hearty conversations, eat some food, drink a little wine and be merry and just enjoy each other. But however, you're going to have some people that are going to come to these gatherings for the sole purpose of disparaging, dividing, and destroying that harmony. And we must understand this. And the reason why I want to talk to you guys really quick about this happening is because I need you to be pre-prepared that when and if these things should happen, it has little to nothing to do with you. First of all, you really just need to know that. And knowing that part right there will help you uh, respond in a way that it won't ruin your energy, because it takes two to tangle. And this is easier said than done. But if you're pre-prepared and you are aware that there are certain people who you have known from times past, there's no secret. You can readily think about who these individuals are and the strong propensity that they have to not only possibly, but you could gamble on any given day. If you were a gambling person, and you would win that gamble, that they are very liable to do something to disrupt the harmony, the happiness, the peace, and the order of that get together. And so this holiday season is going to be no different than any of the other ones. And you may be forgiving. You may have forgiven that individual for the last time they did something at the get together. Okay. Forgiveness does not mean uh, opening yourself up for a do over. That forgiveness released you from hostility, hate, strife, and resentment. But it does not release you from keeping that incident and that individual at the forefront of your mind. And you keep this at the forefront of your mind, enjoy your holiday and enjoy any and every event that you happen to get together with family, friends, and loved ones and children. Awaken empaths, you know this. Your education is key to being aware of these things before they happen. And believe it or not, the more educated you are, you see these things happening before they happen. And how you respond to them and react to them, it leaves the narcissist spellbound, because no one can argue by themselves. No one can get bent out of shape if they have no ammunition. You have to give them ammunition. You have to give them permission. You have to give them access. So when you know these things and you know this person has propensity to create chaos, keep that at the forefront of your mind. And I think your life and all of these leisure events that you undertake, they'll be different than the last time. You'll be able to win instead of lose. You'll be able, hello, how are you doing, guys? See a few people in, but I just want to let you guys know that we're not bargaining with our friendships to any and everyone. And that's really what I wanted to discuss. We're not bargaining. There's no bargaining to be done. We're not looking for deals. We're not looking for discounts. We don't want discount friends. We don't want discount associates. We want people who are resonating on a level just like ours or higher. because there is no time to waste on frivolous, fake friends, fake interactions, fake friendships. Wherever they come about in your life, you need to be able to be aware that these are superficial individuals and you need to cease and desist. And if people make it their business to sit at your break room table or the lunch table with you, start eating in your car. Give them the element of surprise. Quit letting people anticipate your movement. And this is a dire situation. We really have to move accordingly coming up to 2026. I was looking at a YouTube um, video, and I study a lot and I listen to a lot of the, uh, well, not a lot, but this one particular psychologist back from the 60s and 50s, and he was talking in depth about narcissists. And he basically was breaking it down to where the narcissist we met was not by accident or coincidence. We met the narcissist to revisit our traumas in childhood because it was something that was familiar to us, but we suppressed it. And so when we met the narcissist, it brought us back to those traumas that made us hardened and resilient and determined. And, just to have that tenacity. Empaths were trained in trauma. And narcissists were not so. They were not trained in their trauma. Their trauma did the opposite. It didn't make them stronger, it made them weaker. They ran away from it. We suppressed it. But we learned to overcome it. And in many ways, we masked it. We masked it with a lot of, we carried a lot of people's anger. We carried a lot of people's miseries. We carried our parents' grief. We carried a lot of those things in our own life as children, and they were adults. And this is why you'll find a lot of times the little man child, the little woman child, she's cooking at 6 or 7 years old for the grown adults. They're teaching her how to cook, but in the way that they're teaching her how to serve them in a major way, to the point where she is their servant. You teach your child now to learn different things because you want them to grow up someday and be self-sufficient, but not so much with a narcissist family dynamic. They taught us, both empaths and the child that became a narcissist, they trained us in trauma. But the narcissist learned to manipulate when we learn to mask our own hurt. We put our hurt on the back burner. We learned to have a thick skin. And they taught us that way. Suck it up. Be a man at 5, 6 years old. You're the man of the house. You're the woman of the house. And so when you grew up, when you met the narcissist was something or someone that God saw fit to you to revisit that trauma. And this trauma was so intense to where it snapped you out of what you had suppressed most of your life. And so when you snapped out of it, it was intense, but it was for your good, because you'll never look at life the same way. And what it causes you to do, look back into your childhood in a vivid way. Even though you may not be able to explain it per se, you're able to see visions and you're able to see snippets of this or that trained you to be this or that way. But you don't have to be as strong as you think you need to be. You just have to be determined to live the life that God set for you to live. You need to make your line in the sand. You need to make your decisions without any input from people around you who have not walked the walk. Because a lot of people can talk the talk. They can give you suggestions. But as an empath, God walks with you. You ever notice as an empath, You are able to come up with ideas that leave a lot of people spellbound. They're mind boggled. Like, you know things you shouldn't know. You're unique in that way. And God has made each and every individual to be unique. And so we're so used to you so used to listening to other people and doing what other people want you to do. And I like the comment here. It's awesome. I love when comments come in. It it says, the guy was saying, I don't know. I love that, because that is exactly to my point. People will prove your point, and it disappears because, as adults, the Bible says, when I was a child, I did childish things, but when I became an adult, I put childish things aside. A narcissist doesn't do that. They grow in physical appearance as an adult, but they are children in their mentality. This is why they will sink a business like nobody's business. They will come in and give the illusion, and they will become the head of the business. And then before you know it, they've embezzled millions of dollars, and there's no money to be found. And years later, nobody can give an explanation to where the money is gone. And they can't, because they'll never tell you the truth, because they spin like a little child. It's like a little child will go in the store and they will give the cashier a $20 bill for one lollipop and not even look for the change back. They'll just hop, skip out of the store. Store owner might say, "Hey, come get your change." They don't even hear that. They don't value money in the way that it's supposed to be. They're not conservative. They don't value people. And so you didn't have to start picking the friends like you pick a fruit. And as you awaken and elevate, you're going to find out that you're less is best. You really don't need a lot of friends. You are friendly to everyone you meet to some degree, because God made you that way. But you don't need friends like most people think they do, because you'll see a lot of people who have friendships. They are codependent to a strong degree. It's like the blind leading the blind. Um, no one has an independent uh, thought process, no critical thinking skills. It's like they huddle up to come up with one nitwit idea, and everybody looks around like they've just discovered, you know, something out of this world, and it would be so elementary. So when you become elevated in your vibration, God will give you certain things, ideas. He will show you things that most people um, who think they have to go to school to learn. You just know certain things. And as you awaken and elevate your vibration, you're going to see that your flow and your thought process is going to be so fluid. Because when you were with the narcissist, they clouded all of your flow. It's almost like they pinched off the faucet. You were in a fog, a brain fog. A lot of times you could not think of what you ate yesterday. You would forget things going to work. You would leave things, you would leave your lunch at home on a regular basis. When, as before you met the narcissist, that was just a part of the everyday protocol. You'd get your keys, you'd get your lunch, you would prepare your lunch and go to work. Not even grumble. But when you met the narcissist, they diluted a lot of your organic flow. So going forward, don't look for new friends. You'll go to these get-togethers, you'll go to these Christmas parties, you'll go to these um, engagements, and this is where narcissists will lurk. They are looking to garner some new supply, some new fuel sources. This is how they're looking at 2026. They've already made their New Year's resolution. and their resolution is just one thing: fuel, fuel, fuel. And you, the empath, you're only looking for elevation, 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 and everything else will come after that. You elevate your vibration, you will have more time on your hands than you know what to do with. And there will be many times when there won't be enough time in the day. You'll have so many organic projects in your mind that you can't wait to do. And it won't be a burden doing them. You will enjoy everything that you do. You will go back to enjoying life the way life is supposed to be enjoyed. You know, you will have to detach from the things that involve relationships, and the missing and the longing for that relationship in the way that you thought you had with a narcissist. You know, that's evident because you went into this relationship with all the right mindsets. You had the right idea with the wrong people. You had the right life ideal with the wrong person. So don't feel put off that you had the right idea, but with the wrong person. You know, that's nothing against you. But now you've gone on to understand that everybody who we consider friends are not friends. You would go to the extra mile for them, but they probably wouldn't for you. And you need to know this. You need to understand it and call it for what it is. You know, have that conversation with yourself. And so this holiday season, I wanted to just let you guys know that I really do hope you have a safe, happy, thankful holiday with your family, friends, and loved one, because there are organically cool friends and family and loved ones out there, I'm sure. I mean, you just couldn't wait for this holiday season to come so you could just enjoy the camaraderie of one another. You want to go over and see aunt, uncle, grandfather, grandmother, dad, mom, sister, brother, your kids, your grandkids. And there are some family units out there that have this harmony. But I know there are a lot of family units out there that have this one person. They're energy vampires from the moment they show up. And you find yourself drained because you're entertaining them. And every time your attention is on something other than them, they try to sabotage and steal. They want to steal the show from the kids. You know, you'll have a situation where the kids are opening their gifts. They will almost super accelerate the child opening the gift, and they will interject their way into that situation and pretty much help that child open that gift because the child is opening that gift too slow. They always got to be the center of attention. So tomorrow, Christmas, I'll probably be spending it by myself. I'll probably be doing a little project. Who knows? It's only 12 hours away, maybe. Christmas is joyous for a lot of people, and I don't take that from anyone because I don't celebrate holidays. I'm not the Grinch. I don't bash people for celebrating it. I am excited for everyone. Enjoy this time because this time is a reflection time. And if you're not thankful, you don't find anything that you can be thankful for this holiday season, just be thankful that you're minus the narcissist. That was a gift that kept on taking. You know, the gift that keeps on giving. Narcissist was the gift that kept on taking. And so you can be thankful for that one thing. You can see a little clearer now that you have that narcissist out of your life. Now you can begin to rebuild yourself. So that's all I wanted to talk about, guys. I was going to do a video, but I just wanted to come in on the live and just encourage you guys to keep at the forefront of your mind that these succubus, these energy vampires, these individuals with the dark triads that come into these family circles, whereas it's meant to be harmonious, and they sabotage everything good. Keep it at the forefront of your mind and just move accordingly. If you have to go to the bathroom a million times, just put cold water on your face and to get out of their space, because they need that attention. They need you more than you need them. And the biggest thing is just to kind of not pay them the attention that they are going to insatiably want. And it's going to be difficult in many cases, but you have to adopt some kind of strategies to get away from them trying to recruit you into these fake, phony conversations, because they're not in it for the reasons that you're in it. They didn't come to the Christmas party for the reasons you came. They didn't come there to have a harmonious time. They're hateful. They hate anything good. They hate anything harmonious. And I know you understand this and you feel like you have to play face because it's Christmas. It's Thanksgiving. You don't have to do anything but stand in your truth and stand in your purpose. And if worst case scenario, just play boring. Be boring. You can be bored. You can act uninterested. You can act uninterested as all get out, because you shouldn't be interested. There's nothing that they have to offer to you that you don't already know that they're going to offer. It's all superficial. It's all a facade. It's fake. It's fake and phony. Focus your energies on the children. Focus your energy on the elderly in attendance. There will be a lot of things to focus your energy on. And that narcissist will continue to gnaw at you to try to get your attention. And you just keep blowing them off. And they'll end up leaving. Trust and believe. Okay, guys. Have an uneventful holiday, and I will talk to you guys possibly tomorrow. If not, very, very soon.